Hi everybody and welcome to your strength workout for your 28-day online transformation package. If you've signed up for the 28-day online package, you will also receive other home workouts from me, but this one is just one that you can either add on to your workout or you can do independently. Many of you have asked for some strength work to be included, so weights, not just body weight work, but also weights. So we're going to be using some weights today. It doesn't matter if you've got light weights or if the only thing that you have in the house is bean cans or water bottles. If you're just starting out, you just need something that's going to give you that little bit of resistance. Obviously, if you enjoy it and you want to build, then you will want to progress with the weights. Now, I am here in Spain, and all my weights, most of them are back in UK. So I have these weights, which are 2 kilogram each. So they're not terribly heavy, but they should be enough that I feel it. So if you have lighter weights, you just want to look to do more repetitions, and if you have heavier weights, then you're just going to work as much as you can. So why do we want to be doing strength work with weights or weighted work? Well, as women, it's particularly important because it helps to, well, for anybody it's important, but it helps to strengthen the muscles for starters. And those muscles will then support the joints. Yeah, so the muscles that are built and strengthened will help support the joints. It also helps to increase bone density, and that's why I said at the beginning, for women that's particularly important, because we do, as we get older, due to hormones, we tend to suffer with things like osteoporosis, which obviously makes our bones a little bit more crumbly. So anything that we can do to strengthen the bones is fantastic. So body weight, weights are sort of the way forward for anybody over 40. Then we're in that sort of category now where we might want to start incorporating some body weight into if you're not already doing it. Lots of other great reasons, but I'm not going to go into it now. And if you've watched this already, then you know that at this point you just want to cut to the chase and get going with the workout. So you've got 8 exercises. You're going to be doing each exercise for 30 seconds each, with a brief pause in between, just to let the muscles rest. Work to your own ability. Drop weights if you need to. Okay. We're going to be working for half an hour. We are going to warm up. You can see the timers here behind me. So let's go. Okay, so we're about to get started. You might have wanted to put your music on. Make sure you've got a clear space to work in, and also that you have your water to hand. Okay, so if you need a few seconds to get your music on, then please do. If you know what's coming because you've done it before, then whack it on high and just follow my cues. Okay, so we're going to start. We're just going to get a little warm up going. She says. There we go, hopefully that'll start. Yeah, okay, so we're just going to jog on the spot. Now you might want to tag this onto your half hour of cardio. Okay, that's entirely up to you. Okay, so just jogging it out on the spot. Okay, so now just taking it out, in. Yeah, remember you can march everything. So I've just gone into a jog there. You can literally just march it out. If you want to just take a little walk around, brisk walk around the room, then you can. Okay, not everything has to be jumping around. This is more just about getting the joints a little bit warmer. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're just going to tap out. Yeah, arms in line with hands in line with the shoulders. Okay, good. And now from here you're going to tap the legs back, and then you're just going to bring them in front of you and down. Front and down. Good. Well done. Good. And now just marching it on the spot again, or jogging it, whatever you prefer. And then we're just going to take some static squats. I'm just going to turn to the side here. So you're going to sit the bum down as if you're about to sit in a chair, Now don't flick the tailbone out, tuck it under, okay, belly button in, and then you're going to sweep the arms up and down. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Keep going, so dynamic stretch here. Good, knees behind the toes. Excellent, good. One more. Good. Now from here, I'm just going to shrug the shoulders up and round. Good, and the other way. I'm going to have to forgive, it's a little bit noisy in here today because it's been brewing a storm all night. So it's really windy, a bit loud. Okay, and forward and back with the arms. Good. And then forward and back. So open the chest as you push the chest through. Yeah. Good job. Good, and then back to jogging. Excellent. So now you're just going to take the legs a little bit apart. And you're going to gently sway from side to side. So it's like a lateral lunge, lateral stretch. Send the tailbone back. Chest up. Good. Now your first exercise is going to be a squat with the weights to chest. So you're going to bring those weights, or whatever you have got, really tucking them in towards the chest, double or single. Tuck the tailbone under, and then we're just going to squat it out. Okay, so we're not in any hurry here. Yeah. Weights to the chest. Remember, you know, if it's too much, you can just take the weight away. So you're drawing the belly button in, knees are behind toes. Drop the weights for now. You're going to take a little bit of a rest, okay? And then we're going to be going in for another 30 seconds, and then another 30 seconds, and then you get a little bit of a break, okay? So we're going to go back in again, bring the weights to the chest, so hug them in. So you're getting a little bit of bicep here as well. Tuck the tailbone in as you come, knees behind toes. Don't flick that tailbone back. Sometimes in order to get lower and make the right kind of shape, our body makes us cheat a little bit. By tucking the tailbone, you can kind of get that effect, but you're not actually activating the glutes as much. So pressing up through the knees. Good. And put those weights down. Remember, you can do more reps if your weights are light, so you may want to go a bit faster. If you've got heavier weights, then you're just decreasing the amount of reps you're doing because you've got more load. Let's get those weights back up again. 3. They're noisy, aren't they? I'll face you this time. So knees behind toes, chest up, really pressing up through the fronts of the thighs. Weight is through the heels. Keep smiling, it's getting hot in here. Good, 10 seconds. Keep going. That's it, remember you can always put a weight down if you need to. 3, and rest. There with the weight. Okay, so we're now coming into your, hopefully, a bit of rest, recovery, I don't know. I think I know what I'm doing. Yeah, see, 30 seconds, right. So obviously, you can work for longer if you want to. So you could even work for that last 20 seconds if you wanted to. So you're doing like 40 or 50 seconds, then you rest. But progress it, okay? It's important that you listen to your body and you build strength. It doesn't just happen, okay? So you work to your limits. Right, so sumo deadlift squat. Now you can either use one here, so just taking those feet out to the side. The chest is through, okay? And then you're just allowing those knees to come in line with the ankles. And the weight is just coming in between the legs there, but the chest is coming forward. What you don't want to happen here is that the rounding of the shoulders starts to take place. yeah, and you start to do this, yeah. So it's a motion where you just go straight down. Now remember, you can carry on if you've, you know, if you don't feel you've worked for long enough, then you've got an extra 20 seconds there that you can use. So this transformation package is all about progression, okay? So you listen to your body. I'm going to go with 2, just so I can feel it a little bit more. Like I said, I might have to drop it down in the next one. So the chest is up, yeah? You're pushing the shoulders back, squeezing up through the bum. They're not the easiest of weights, these, but they're doing the job. Keep going. 5. So we're not rushing this process. That's it. Remember, you can carry on if you want to. You can stop here and rest with me. You might need to take a weight away. You might feel you can add it in. Yeah. You might feel you want to go a bit faster because the weight is light. Whatever you're doing, make sure that you're feeling it. So again, feet are slightly wider, picking up the weight. Yeah. And then down we go. So knees are in line with the ankles and the hips. You should be feeling this on the inside of the thigh. You should also be squeezing up through the glutes as well. Keep going. Keep smiling. 5. Good job. And resting down. Okay, remember you can carry on if you want to. I'm just giving you the option here. You might want to go smashing into it, or you might have done it a few times and think I can carry on a bit with the weight that I've already got. Or you just go heavier if you've got the weights. So we're now coming to your 30-second recovery. So just keep the feet moving. Yeah, you can always, if you want to, put a little bit of cardio in here. So you just keep warm. Yeah, but it's not necessary. Yeah, so if you're working with weights and you're feeling it with the weights, it's not entirely necessary. We're coming into a shoulder press now. So the weights, you're going to bring them elbows in line with the shoulders, and then you're bringing them overhead. So this isn't just an exercise for the tops of the shoulders. This is also an exercise for your core, because you're actually having to tense the abdominal muscles to keep you stable. That's it. And rest them down. Good. So again, if it's too heavy, take a lighter weight. If it's not heavy enough, load it up a little bit, okay? Good. So we've got 3. Good. Right, and off we go again. Ready? So pressing up, elbows in line with the shoulders. So as I said, we're working the tops of the shoulders here. Breathe out. Keep going. You should be feeling the burn a little bit. Tuck the tailbone underneath. And down. It's just started to rain here, so that should clear the air. Hope you're all feeling okay. Remember, you can continue. You can continue on with this move. You don't have to stop with me. You can carry on. As long as you take a little pause for your rep in between. Yeah? Going again. So elbows in line with the shoulders first. So you're making that like E shape with the top of your body. And I'm not really bringing them below here. You can do. And I'm just keeping them there. Keeping them tense the whole time. Breathing out. Keep going. Breathe out. And down you go. Again. March it. Jog it. Do whatever you like. Do a few star jumps, yeah. And take a little walk around. But not for too long. because now we're going into Romanian staggered deadlift. Okay, well no, we're not now, you can have a rest. Now you can have a little rest. The point is, your next exercise is going to be the staggered deadlift. Now I'm going to use one weight for this, just because these are a bit clunky. You can use two, or you just use a heavier weight. So you've got a deadlift. Deadlift is where you work in the hamstrings. So if you're doing two legs, you'd be hinging over like this. Now I'm using one, so I'm staggering it a little bit. The foot comes down, so left foot is back, on my part, left hand. And then I'm hinging the weight over. Weight is almost only through my front leg. So the weight is only through my right leg. There's barely any weight coming through my back left leg. In theory, I could lift that up. Draw the belly button in. You might need to bend at the knee a little bit. Yeah? Keep the back nice and tight. Just going to leave that there. I'm going to go on to the other leg. So you might need to keep it a little bit soft, but the aim is to try and lead with the chest and lengthen through the back of that leg. So we're going to go again on the other side. So you've got now your right leg back, the weight is in the right hand. Hinging over, and up, over, and up. Draw the belly button in, always breathing out. That's it, well done. Keep it going. Keep going. 2, 1. Okay, so now you're going to use both weights, or one weight, and you're going to come over now into a double, like a regular deadlift. So the aim here is you're just hinging over, okay, hinging over, belly button in, back is nice and flat, and then coming up. So slowly on the way down, and then on the way back up. Now you should really be feeling this in the hamstrings. If you're not, try and imagine, well, I don't imagine, you can put your back against a wall there, and you really don't want your bum to be pushed forward. Your weight is going to be through the toes, yeah? So belly button in, weight through the toes, looking into the hamstrings. Good. It's a little bit of a tricky one to get that. Sometimes you can't quite feel where you're supposed to feel it. So again, remember, you can carry on, or you can take a little jog, yeah, walk around, because you've got your 30 seconds rest. Strength work is a very different kind of work, because when you are doing cardio, you feel like you're ready for your rest. Now you do with strength, but it's just a different kind of feeling. It's more of a slow burn, yeah. Obviously, the heavier the weights, the harder the session's going to be. But never compromise your form for the weight, yeah? So now we're coming into a bent over row. So I'm just going to use one weight here. I'm just going to hold on to this side of the unit here. Belly button in is nice and tight, and I'm going to bring the weight up, elbows in towards the rib cage, and then slowly lower it down. Now in all honesty, bringing it up, probably a little bit light for me, but you know, it would be impossible to double it up. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to speed it up a little bit, yeah? Or I would even carry on at this point, yeah? Just so I get a little bit of more of a workout. If you have got heavy weights, use them, yeah? Just have them around, because different weights for different parts of the body. I'm going to change sides, okay? So same thing again for me. Belly button in, yeah, and then bring it out. Watch you don't start shifting the hips, yeah. Bend the knees if you need to, but keep the belly button in the whole time. I'm just going to speed that up a little bit, so I get the work in the back of the arms, so in the tricep, but also you'll feel it in the core when it's stabilising. Okay, so we're going to do half and half now. remember, you can carry on. You can carry on, or grab a different weight, or whatever you want to do. So we're going to get ready again. I'm going to go on my left side. Belly button is in, knees are soft if you need them to be. Yeah. Remember, you want to control it. Don't want to be swinging it around. Imagine you're kind of starting a motor. So it's that pulling action, elbow back. Change sides. Yeah, belly button in, elbows. Coming to the rib cage, yeah? So really kind of hugging into that rib cage. Belly button in, weight forward through the toes. Well done. Okay, so remember you can carry on. Get some cardio. Yeah, or just enjoy the rest. Okay, so we're now coming into 30 seconds of rest. Like I say, you can very much enjoy this, or you can take a little, you know, whatever you want to do, have a little dance. Okay, right. So I'll tell you what we're doing next. We're doing a static lunge. Okay, so your static lunge is we are just going to be taking the right leg forward, tuck the tailbone underneath, drop the knee down, yeah? So knee is behind the toe, yeah? And then we're just taking the weight into the hand of the leg that is back, and then we're just going to pulse it here. Now, if it's too much, come all the way up, all the way up. Yeah, so you're aiming for that back knee to come as low down to the floor as you can, keeping the chest up at the same time. We're going to change sides. Okay. Other leg, knee behind toe. You don't want this foot to be here, or the hips need to be forward. Okay. Chest up, shoulders back. Okay. And then pulse it down. Remember, you know, if the weight is too much here, just take it away. Yeah, or you can, like I said, you can pulse it. Also an option. Keep going. Not long. Ooh. Okay. We're going to go half and half. So you can put your weight down if you want to. And just take a breather. Or we're going to change sides. Okay. Down we go. That's it, well done. So I'm going up and down. You might have been pulsing it. And now we're going to change sides. And down. Woo. So stability here in this lunge. Yeah. Good. Okay. So again, you can march it out. Jog it out. Prepare for your 30 seconds of rest, whichever it is that you feel like doing. Okay, there it is. So you'll have a little drink of water if you want. So, we're coming into a chest press now, and that's from the floor. Coming onto the back, bringing the weights, bringing the weights in line with the elbows, so hands over the elbows, elbows in line with the shoulders, belly button tucked in, okay, breathe out, control it down. Now you might find that you need to change the weight here, you might need to go a little bit lighter. Always be careful when you're handling weights over your face or your head, okay, especially if they're heavy. It's always nice to have someone else. So just breathe out. That's it. So place the weights down carefully if they're on tiles. And then we'll get ready to do it again. Remember, you don't always have to have the weights. Yeah? If you haven't got the weights, you've got some bottles of water. All you need to do is press the belly button in and imagine, yes, you're tensing the muscles. Imagine that you're squeezing a heavy weight up towards. You can do a lot of good work like this, especially when you're just starting out. Imagine you've got heavy weight. It's like when you go to lift the milk bottle up and you think it's fuller than it is, and you just don't know your own strength and you flick it away, and it's because your brain is telling you that actually this is going to be heavier than you think it is. Oh, heavier, it's going to be this heavy, basically. So then your muscles get ready for it, and then it isn't that heavy at all. So, elbows in line with the shoulders, tuck the tailbone underneath, belly button in, and you're going to breathe out, and in, and out. Obviously, if your weights are light, you can increase the reps that you're doing, yeah? So you go a little bit quicker, lighter weights, heavier weights, a little bit slower. Okay, but again, heavier weights over your face, be careful. Okay, you've got, that's it, think on that, maybe. Okay. Oh, we're doing a pullover, that's right, before I get up, we're doing a pullover. So I'm going to use one weight for this. Okay, and again, you're lying down. Your pullover is, you can rest, you can walk around, you can do whatever here. Draw the belly button in, we'll just cast an eye this way. So here, your weight is over your face, so which is why it's important to have a weight that you can handle. If you're going with a heavy weight, please make sure you've got somebody with you that can spot you. Okay, so you're then bringing the weight over, head, okay, drawing the belly button in, breathing in, bringing it back overhead. Okay, so we're going to go, so let it come out, breathe in, bringing it back overhead. Okay, so just, you're going to feel this in your abdominal muscles as well, as in the backs of the arms. Feel it a little bit in the chest as well as you come bringing it overhead. Good. And we'll do one more. That's it. And relax it down. Now this is where one weight or one size doesn't always fit, because you know what you might hold when you're doing a squat is not necessarily the same because you're using bigger muscles for that exercise, whereas here we're kind of isolating it a bit more. Okay, so down, 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 tuck the tailbone under. Yeah, now when you breathe out, you're expelling the air from the lungs, which enables you, and obviously you're contracting the abdominal muscles. So that's also supporting the spine. Yeah, so it's stopping your back from lifting and hurting yourself. So supporting the spine, but also it's really working those core muscles to keep the weight there. Good. Okay, we're going to go again one last time. Okay. So lower down. Take your time with this one. Keep going. Good, you've got a 20 seconds rest. And I think that was your last exercise. Doesn't time fly when you're having fun? Okay, so you're going to come up onto your feet for me. Again, If you want to do a little bit of a jog, that's fine. If you want to just stretch out the arms, then that's also fine. Good, so we are going to stretch out. So whether you've felt at the end of this, you know what, I need to go out and get some weights, then that's also fine, yeah? It really, you know, it does depend what you've got in the house and what you have available to you, but you've got to try something often before. I mean, even if you filled this, even if you were to fill 2 of these and you were to give it a go with these, you're still going to get the exercises in with, you know, with your body weight. So, let's just take a few dynamic stretches just to ease off. Okay, and then forward and back. Good. So remember the timings here are not set in stone. Yeah, you can do 30 seconds, 40 seconds, you can do 50 seconds and have a little break and then go in again. It really depends on what you know, what you've got available to you. So just now step quickly back one leg, reach forward, and let's just take the arms back. Maybe bringing the front leg in, forward, and then back, forward, and then back, and then change sides. Forward, and then back. And you can bring that knee back if you want to. Well done. Okay, we're going to go back to those lateral lunges again. Just taking it nice and easy into those insides of the thighs. Good. Good job. And now, I want you to just reach those hands up. Exhale over to the side, into the centre. Exhale over to the side, into the centre. Good. Bring the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, or bring the hands into the small of the back, push the chest through. So you're opening up the chest. Good job. And then you're just going to roll those shoulders off. Take the feet a little bit wide and just hang here. Take a few breaths, relax the head down. Weight through the toes. Good, soften through the knees, rolling all the way up through the spine. Ah, good, take a deep breath in. And out. And in. And out. That's it. So we're going to keep it dynamic. And then just hold on to the foot. Push the hip forward, stretching out the quads. Take them to the other side.
Activity completed.
There we are, just in the nick of time. Good, okay, so thank you so much for joining me today for your sort of your introduction. I think some of you will have done before, but so a bit of an intro to weights. So it's a weight session that you can use with the lightest of weights, or you can ramp it right up and use some heavy weights. Remember, if you've only got light weights, you want to increase the repetitions that you're doing, yeah? Unless you're just starting out, and then it's more about your technique. So don't lose your form because of the weight, yeah? I'd rather you just do a squat, yeah, than struggle with the weights to the chest. Just put one down, yeah? And if you're going for heavier weights, then your reps automatically are probably going to be a little bit less because you're working the muscles harder. And that's right, that's the way it should be. So you can work for 30 seconds, you tag it onto 40, you could do 45 and rest for 5. Although you do want to always make sure you get a bit of a recovery in between, okay? Depends how you're feeling on the day. In the meantime, thank you once again. If you would like to join me for a live class, you can head to escafit.co.uk where I teach lots of different classes. And if you are repeating this, then well done for coming back and giving it another go. So take care everyone, bye.